Good morning. My name is Max.
My name's
Manuel, nice to meet you. What did you want to talk about today?
So, I have a little problem with my parents, where I started my college career taking criminal justice, and then I realized that I wanted to be an actor. So while I was taking criminal justice, my parents was providing money for me to go to school and to have my tuition and everything taken care of. But when I realized in my sophomore year that I wanted to do acting, I started to switch over to acting classes, and then they stopped providing tuition money for me. And they actually stopped supporting me in every way because they wanted me to do the law. They were into the police work that I was thinking about. They actually wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer, like most parents wanted their kids to. So I'm taking acting classes now. I have to work a job full-time while I go to school full-time, and it's taking its toll.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot to handle at once.
So I don't know, because I feel like me doing so much is gonna end up in me not doing anything at all at some point, because I would just drop.
You're worried that you're spreading yourself too thin.
Yeah.
Can you help me understand in more detail what some of the conflicts are?
Okay, yeah. So, like I said, I have a full-time job. I work 8 hours from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then I go to school from 12 to 6 every day. So it's like I have no time for myself. I hardly have any time to do any studying or to complete the classwork, the projects, the essays. I have hardly any time for relationships with my friends. So, yeah. And then I also feel like I'm losing connection with my parents because they stopped supporting me. So it's not really a reason to have them contact me. Then I live on my own. So they would have also helped with my bills, as far as light, gas, rent. So I can't drop a job because I have light, gas, tuition, rent.
Yeah, and so just to make sure I'm understanding right, before you switched your majors, your parents were much more supportive?
Correct, yeah.
What's the relationship like now? I know you said that they're not supportive as they used to be, but you guys help me understand what your relationship is like with them now.
Okay, so I mean, before I left the house, I was with them through high school and up to my half of the first year of college, and then I moved out because I wanted to be on my own. I thought they would continue to support me a little bit, and then when I switched into more acting classes, they weren't very happy about that. So they do call once in a while, like once or twice a week. But other than that, I have no other contact with them. Yeah, there's not much else there, other than that once a week call.
And what, you said they weren't very happy about your switching. What did that look like? I mean, what was that process like?
Well, it sounded like they were upset because I had to tell them on the phone since I'm not in the house anymore. It sounded like they were upset. And then the calls just started to be less, and they wouldn't come visit me as much. So,
Yeah, that sounds hard. When you do get a chance to speak with them once a week, when you speak to him once a week, what do you guys talk?
Well, it's usually like, hi, how are you doing? Good. Anything new? No. How are your classes? Acting?
And what do you think it is about acting as opposed to law enforcement that they're so versatile?
Well, I mean, I feel like they think it's not a really consistent job, if you know what I mean. Like, as for acting, you have to find like jobs, versus in law enforcement, you get your job and you have your job. So it's not like where you get paid weekly or bi-weekly. You in this, you get paid once at the end of the year, or twice in the middle and at the end. And then you have to find another job, and then you pay once or twice.
So it's like a stability issue. So it seems like your parents care about they care about your future. I guess.
Yeah. 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 In a way, they care about the future. But is it really what they want? Or what, like, I want to? And I understand what you mean by they care about my future, in the sense that they want me to have like a consistent job where I get paid consistently. But I realize that I don't feel like I would be happy doing that job. I'd be much more happy acting. So it wouldn't really feel like a job.
Yeah, and so that enjoyment out of the work that you would get from acting is more important to you than the sort of financial stability that you would get from a more traditional job.
Yeah.
How do you think you might be able to help your parents understand that priority for you?
I don't know. I guess I can tell them and hope they react positively. Yeah. Or I don't tell them and just let it be.
Now, if you don't tell them, that kind of puts you in the situation you're in right now, right? What do you think? I guess what are you thinking about? How are you thinking about handling the situation from here moving forward?
I don't know. I was thinking about asking them to move back in, but would they even support that? Because they would say, you thought you were so grown, you could live on your own. And give me that whole story about life. And I don't want to hear that. Or I could just take that once and get over it.
So it sounds like you're worried. You're worried about having that conversation with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and maybe because you think it sounds like it might be embarrassing for you. Is that right?
It's annoying.
It's annoying.
Yeah, to hear that all your life, then to have to go back to it.
So you feel like you've been through that with them before?
And then I know once I get into the house, it'll be more and more, and then I'll want to leave the house again. And then I'll probably be back into the same situation again.
what do you think you might be able to do to have a different outcome, to enter that dialogue with them in a way that will result in a better situation for you?
I really don't know, because they're really judgmental.
Their judgment.
I don't know how I could make that a good conversation with them.
Mm-hmm. So you say they're judgmental. In what ways? Or like, what ways are they judgmental?
Well, there was a time in high school where I had to pick my elective, and once again I chose acting instead of music and art, I think it was. So we had music, art, and acting, and I chose acting.
Uh-huh.
They thought that wasn't the way I should go. They thought I should do something musically, or I should do a sport. When I did choose a sport, I chose baseball. They didn't like that choice. They wanted me to do football.
Uh-huh.
It's like I can never do anything right in their eyes.
Yeah. To you, it seems like you can't please them.
Yeah.
Huh. So when you told me that story about when you were in high school, it sounds like you've been interested in acting for a long time.
Yeah, I was interested in it, but I didn't think at first that that's the way I should go. I was more interested into criminal justice.
Uh-huh. So you were interested in both acting and